One person's dead after a shooting at a busy plaza in Brampton.
CB24's Arda Zakarian joins us live from the scene near Bramaley Road and Sandalwood Parkway with more on this daylight shooting. Talk about brazen, Arda. What more can you tell us?
Absolutely. We're actually just going to hear from Peel Regional Police right now, so I'll let them take it away and we'll learn more from what they say.
This afternoon, just after 1 p.m., we received a call for a shooting in this plaza behind me here at Bramaley Road and Dewside Drive in the city of Brampton. Our 21 Division patrol officers arrived on scene and located a victim who was suffering from obvious signs of trauma. The officers attempted to render CPR to the victim. However, he unfortunately succumbed to his injuries and was later pronounced deceased here at the scene. The suspect had already fled prior to police arrival. So at this point in time, our Homicide Bureau has been called out and are on scene, taking care of this investigation. And we're urging anyone in the area who may have any sort of information or anyone that was in the plaza prior to or during the incident around 1 p.m. this afternoon, who may have some sort of cell phone footage, video dashcam footage, or any kind of footage that they may possess, to please come forward and contact our Homicide Bureau investigators.
Was this targeted?
Given the information we have so far, we believe this to be an isolated incident.
Can you tell us about the brazenness of the shooting happening in the middle of the day, a packed parking lot, a full plaza?
Obviously, this is a very tragic incident, and it is a busy plaza, and what's happened here is very unfortunate. But we can reassure the public that we're doing everything in our power, and we're looking to hold those responsible, hold those accountable that are responsible for this incident.
Are you amazed that nobody else got hurt?
So far, there's only one victim who was involved in this incident, and there were no other reported injuries.
Can you give us any indication about where exactly in the plaza this shooting took place?
It took place close to where the ambulance is located.
Do you have any information about the victim?
We know that the victim is an adult male, and that's all the information I have at this point.
Can you confirm, we've heard from other people that work in this plaza that you may have owned a vape shop or a business here. Can you confirm those details?
I don't have any particulars for the victim.
And are we only looking for one suspect, and is there any description?
There may be one or multiple suspects, but our investigators are currently canvassing the area and looking at all the video surveillance to determine exactly how many suspects there were, but I don't have an exact number. But we know the suspect or the suspects fled the area prior to police arriving here.
You didn't let anybody leave this plaza without getting their contact information, their names. Are you going to contact every single person that left this plaza?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Everyone that was in the area of this plaza is going to be spoken to, all our investigators and our Homicide Bureau investigators, along with our supporting bureaus as our CIB investigators, patrol officers. They're speaking to everyone that was in the plaza or the area and collecting all their details, and they'll all be spoken to.
Can you tell us if the victim was deceased in the vehicle or outside, or where did the shooting happen exactly? Inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle?
From the information I have, when the shooting took place, the victim was initially inside the vehicle.
Constable, what can you say about whether or not a murder weapon, a gun, has been recovered that's been involved in this incident?
Again, our investigators are working to gather all the details, and I don't have any information if any weapons have been recovered yet, but they'll be working towards that.
And what can you say when people were calling into the 911 call center? How many gunshots were they reporting having heard when this shooting happened?
We had reports of multiple gunshots that went off, but I don't have an exact number.
Can you tell us about the victim's injuries, how many times he was shot?
I'm not sure exactly how many times the victim was shot, but there were multiple gunshots that were heard.
What has the homicide squad told you about a schedule for an autopsy at this point?
That'll be in the following hours or days. I'm not sure on the exact timeline, but once we have further information, we'll try to release those details via our social media or provide an update through a news release.
What's next in this investigation for you?
As you can see, we have our our homicide bureau here, along with a whole bunch of different supporting investigators. Our forensics are here. So they're collecting, gathering all the evidence, all the details that they can collect, and trying to piece this together. And hopefully we'll have an update to provide in the near future.
Just for clarity, you talked about the car earlier that the victim was found outside of. Is that believed to be his vehicle?
So that'll be part of the investigations. I'm not sure who that vehicle belonged to.
What can you say about how busy this plaza was at the time of day when this shooting transpired based on the information you're getting from other officers?
So given the time of the incident, it was just after 1 p.m. this afternoon, so the plaza was fairly busy.
We're learning from people in the neighborhood that how well known this person is and how well liked he was as well. What can you tell us about how you're working toward finding a motive for this?
At this point, we don't know what the motive is, but of course our investigators are going to look at all different avenues, explore any different area of the investigation to determine what the motive may have been.
Are police in contact with the victim's family at this point?
Yes, the police are in contact with the victim's family.
And we're just learning more details from Peel Regional Police as he's wrapping up his media availability for us. We are learning that police are continuing their investigation. Forensics is mapping out exactly what has happened here on the scene. They're collecting surveillance video as well as contact information of every person that was here at the plaza at the time of the shooting, which happened just after 1 o'clock. We didn't hear too much more information about who this victim was. We've learned that just from people who have been around here and know the victim and know the intimacies of who is at this plaza, who runs which store. We know from them that we are hearing that this victim did run this vape store inside this this plaza here, and that he was very well liked amongst the people here that had stores or live in this neighborhood as well. We're going to send it back to you in the newsroom.
All right, Arda, thanks so much. And worth noting, police believe the suspect or suspects fled the scene. At this point, they don't have any descriptions. They were also asked, was this a targeted shooting? And they said at this point, they believe this was an isolated incident, but they don't have a motive. That was Arda Zakarian reporting live from Brampton.